going to talk to us very, very well. You're going to educate us today. There's so many things you need to tell Biafrans so that they can understand the fullness of Republic of Biafra government in exile, the history about it, how Nnamdi Kanu, of course, was supposed to inaugurate it and all of that, the stance of what we are, what we represent, and the shenanigans that Simon came with, thinking that he was trying to discredit us using Peter Obi and Nigeria politics to discredit the Republic of Biafra government in exile, and registered in Maryland and the United States. And please, we want you to, from your own perspective, just begin give us a brief history about it, and give us the information we need, that Biafrans need, so that they will know who is serving them and all of that. Please go on. Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. I'm sorry. Yeah, please go on.
Okay. Thank you, host, and every other person on this program today. I hope you are hearing me well.
Yes, very loud.
Very well. Okay, thank you. I had to switch my phones. One of them was receiving a lot of calls, so it was coming in between the broadcast. So I had to switch phone. I want to answer somebody here before I proceed. Somebody said about removal of the Biafran flag, if it was right. Said, okay, Chiem Obunike sounds like Abo name. Chiem Obunike sounds like a data, Igbo data. Okay. Soranari, what is your stand about DE? I don't know what that is. Removing of our flag today. Thank you. That didn't happen today. It was yesterday. Okay. Now, why I brought this out? This flag. You see, I don't know what to tell you, but I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to be honest with you. I am military, so I know about flags. Okay. That's what we call flag detail. Okay. Now, this flag is sacred. The flag of every country is called colors. In other words, their colors. It's very, very sacred. So, you know what it is. When you see a holy thing, holy object, holy cloth, such as ours, the red here depicts the blood we suffered. Biafra freedom is not gotten on a platter of diamond or gold or silver. Okay? We shed blood. This is black world. The black world. This is the light, the sun that rises, that gives light to Africa. This black represents Africa. Here is fertile, green. You all know we live in a rainforest area. So the place is green, it's fertile for agriculture. Green for life. Signifies life. Some of you don't know our flag. This black here is black world, the whole black race. Biafra is the light that will shine in the black race. Okay? Now you know. Listen, this is not funny. If you're laughing, if I'm around or close by where you're laughing, you're giggling while I'm giving this lecture, you're going to be pushing the ground until I get tired. I'm telling you. I will draw a vehicle on the floor, on the ground, and make you push it to the next spot. So that's that.
Those days is very cool.
So the flag is holy, sacred, special. If you come to our building and you see the flagpole, or if you come to a compound, where you see this flagpole standing, the first building, if you are counting the buildings in that compound or in that vicinity, that flagpole is the #1 building. Know it now. I bet you are Simon Ekpa don't know this. The flagpole, if you see flag standing, where is it standing? That is the #1 building in that area. So the number one building in Biafra land is where the flag is standing. Okay? Now, if you see something holy being discredited, what do?
Take it off.
You save that thing. You secure, oh, they have discredited our land. Don't do a marijuana. You grow that thing. You come so you book your bound. Catholic. I'm a Catholic. So if I see somebody going to the house of the Lord and discrediting the holy altar, or taking the chalice with which Holy Communion is served, what do? I'm gonna take it, just like the what they call it, the holy thing that Israelites used to carry to battle, the Ark of Covenant. Ark of Covenant. If you see foreigners or people who don't know the value of the Ark of Covenant taking it away, the Israelites were led to die for that Ark of Covenant. Most often, you see, at least you see somebody taking the flag away. Where is the person that keeps putting that flag up there in a very unholy place, unlikely place, and giving false representation with the flag to draw your attention to whatever he's doing, to sway you offline, off concentration, and you never ask questions. Why so? Why that? Why this? And you don't understand. You see the man that went and took that flag. He is a Biafran veteran. He fought in the Biafran Civil War. Do you know what it means when a soldier sees a patriotic soldier, sees his national flag being discredited, being used for ulterior motive, being used for sinister motive? That soldier will die fighting for that colors, to save that colors, because that color signifies freedom. We are not slaves. We are fighting to liberate ourselves. The flag of Biafra is a symbol of liberty. And then it should not be misused. If you see the flag being misused, you do all that you can to retrieve that flag from such idiotic elements. Those people, Otondo, you take it from them. They don't deserve to touch the flag with their filthy hands, with their filthy minds, and with their filthy business of 419ing the people. That is what we should congratulate Prince, which pat on his shoulder for securing our flag from being misused, from being misrepresented. The flag is a holy cloth, it's a holy place. Don't play with it, especially those people that fought or still have the trauma of the war they fought. Wherever they conquered or any land they confiscated from the enemy, they stamp our flag there. When you see our flag flying, it signifies a lot. The souls of our patrons departed, they go there to salute the flag. You don't play business with our flag, our national colors. Infants, mothers, parents that died, they look up to this flag. This is like the copper serpent lifted by Moses in the wilderness when they were crossing over to the land of freedom. And the Lord said, when you get bitten by the snake, look up on that image that Moses raised, and you shall be healed. That copper serpent must not be misused, just like the staff of Moses should not be misrepresented, should not be used for ulterior motive, should not be used for political gains, should not be used for whatever. You understand? That is what this flag stands for. This flag should send chills down your chin whenever it is raised, not to be misused by Simon Ekpa to misdirect you. So instead of you looking towards the direction of getting our freedom, we're looking the other way of getting a Ponzi scheme. Biafran headquarters, you know, pushed corner to a tight corner called the room 2 or apartment 2 or suite 2. And then you call it headquarters. And somebody goes there and cries and remember all that you went through, the trauma, the sufferings, all that you went through in battlefield, in Biafra, fighting. And I see a lot of you here coming making fun of Dr. Prince.
Yeah,
That's got to stop.
It's their e-frogs. They will continue that way.
You don't understand. You are not informed. You don't even understand the meaning of flag.
Yeah, some of them are just there, and they are just here, paid by Simon to look out for anytime we are here to broadcast. So
Simon is altering everything. Biafra.
Yes.
He's altering everything, messing up everything.
The criminality is on another scale. Now, Nnamdi, please, I want you to go now into the issue of the Republic of Biafra government in exile because of time, because we've spent we have about an hour, 8 minutes more to really go through this broadcast. We want to have enough education today. Let Biafrans have knowledge about this whole thing. Republic of Biafra government in exile. Can you give us what we need to know? Can you tell us what we need to know about that?
All right.
Yes.
This is about it. There have been this all that you hear. Biafra Republic government in exile, doctored by Simon Ekpa. That was plagiarized from Republic of Biafra government in exile. Remember, Biafra Republic is a different, total, strange entity created by Simon Ekpa for the purpose of defrauding or scamming our people. There was Biafra government in exile. By the fact, this is where the genesis of all this Biafra, this and that government. Biafra government in exile, headed by one Ude. Ude is residing in the UK. They started operating, or they come up with the idea of Biafra government in exile in about, I don't know, they have been in existence for about 17 years or thereabout. And while they were existing, it was all headed, operated by Ude himself. He arrogated to himself the position of prime minister, courtesy of the place where he's residing. He's residing in England, and England runs a cabinet system of government. Wherefore, you have to have somebody as a king, that's call it monarch system of government, monarchical system of government. Monarchy, a place ruled by a king or a queen.
And monarchical system of government, yeah.
Yes. So that is where, if you hear any country that says prime minister, that's what it is. Either they have somebody, a ceremonial president, somebody, yes, or they have a king or a monarch. For instance, when the First Republic, Nigeria, got independence, they ran a cabinet system of government where Tafawa Balewa was the prime minister and Zik was the president.
Yeah.
Actually, the prime minister is the main man, is the man with authority. President walks around where there's a party, also he wears a regalia. Okay, the British thing. Biafrans, do you want to run British thing? The place we are running away from. Do you want to go back to your spit, to your vomit? That is what Simon is bringing in. You understand? Prime Minister. Who is your king? And who is your president? Non-existential. So Ude was there for 17 years, adamant, like that pond in your street. It doesn't flow east, it doesn't flow west. It's right there. And all the toad, you know, crying in it.
All the
we war all night. Now that is BGIE, Biafra Government in Exile. Now, there was Republic of Biafra Government in Exile, headed by Tony Wincy. I will tell you how all this came into play. Republic is written in abbreviation REPBGIE. That is the abbreviation or the acronym. Tony Wincy, BGIE, headed by Ude. And there is this Ponzi scheme, BRGIE, Biafra Republic, Government in Exile. And then we have REPBGIE, Republic, now, Republic, clearly written, boldly written out, spelled out, REPBGIE, Republic of Biafra, Government in Exile. This is how they came into existence. When you people or people out there were like, hey, why don't you people come together? If you come together, if you unite, it's going to be all right. It's going to make us, instead of this and that. Okay, we said, we in the ABVET, American Biafran Veterans Network, you all have, maybe you hear, but you don't understand. I told you all, if what is hidden in the cover of darkness is revealed or brought to light, a lot of people will be running away. Then we came together, said, okay, we're going to have to bring our people together so that we will form a unified front. Then we tried. We brought Ude. We brought Simon Ekpa. You all don't know. He didn't tell you all this. That's why I told you he knows me. He didn't tell you all this. So we brought everybody together. Said, Ude, you have had this for some time. Had no result coming out, no positive result. So we're gonna have to come together. So Ude, since you are the one who started this Biafra Republic 10. Remember, there is Lower Niger Congress. There's Niger Delta. There is a handshake across the Niger. There's a Libo Development Foundation. There's this and that. But now we're trying to bring everything under the umbrella of Biafra government. We came out with the idea that if you go by IPOB, it's an organization. It sounds like. If you go by MASOB, it's an organization. If you go by Lower Niger Congress, it's an organization. But there's a way government of the world operates. There's a committee of governments. There's a way they operate. If you come as an individual, and then you write all these letters, you write to them, they're not going to listen to you. It's just like when you say in computer, you say B to B. That is business to business. So government to government, G to G, government of the world operate. If you go and you want to talk to them, they're going to ask, who are you? If you come as an organization, they're not going to listen to you. You write to embassies, they're not going to listen to you. Okay? You need help, they're not going to listen to you. Government to government. Government talks to government. Like we say in Nigeria, big man talk to big man. So what we did, we came together. I said, okay, Ude, you're gonna go ahead and head this thing, but you're gonna have to change your position. The place got to be headquartered in a place that is friendly environment. England is not friendly to us. They are our chief enemy. They are our arch enemy from the word go, from inception. They have been the stumbling block in our progress or our freedom. They don't like us. You cannot fight the enemy from the enemy's territory. You're gonna have to be on a neutral ground. Then whatever you have will be moving forward. They agreed. Then later we had a meeting. Again, he changed his mind. He said that the head of government stays where the prime minister lives. You see how they reason? That that is not, that Britain, what got everybody mad was when he said that Britain or England or whatever he called them, United Kingdom, is not our enemy. Everybody got infuriated. When we call a meeting, Ude will not show up in that meeting. He will not know when to schedule meeting or not. So we told him he needs to step down. We did not fire him. You need to step down. Let's get more capable hand to do the job of the position. But we're not going to go with the prime minister position. So he got angry. There were some classified information, like Biafra constitution, Biafra system of government, and all that. He ran off. When he ran off, he went and embraced Simon Ekpa. He handed to him all the documents, classified documents belonging to Biafra that was kept secret all along. If you're listening, this is how Simon Ekpa went on air, and people were applauding him. He went on air. He pulled the people's legs. He announced all those things. That is, in effect, an espionage act. Espionage. That's what it is.
Ronald, if I can get clarification from there, if I can get clarification from there, you said when Ude came for the meeting, he was not going in line with the set of objective of Republic of Biafra government in exile, the focus on Biafra. And so when he was coded on that, he decided to take the documents and give to Simon. Simon now came to the public to expose them.
Yes, Simon Ekpa came and was acting as if those things originated from him. It was Simon Ekpa. What he does is plagiarizing original things. Everything you have had from him is a second or third hand information from somewhere else. None comes from him originally. None. Most of the information you see him, even from the first saga, he came from somewhere. I'm not joking. I'm telling you, I'm going to be honest with you. Okay? Simon Ekpa went, and then he was gathering momentum and planning what he was about to do. So Ude left in protest. Then we sought for who else? We nominated Tony Nwisi. Tony Nwisi was living in England. He's not documented in England. So let's say there's emergency. You say, who goes there? Or who is going to go for us? He doesn't have what it takes. He is immobile. You understand? I'm giving this out to people because you are hard of hearing, hard of understanding. That sometimes I feel like using sledgehammer on our people's head. So he came. He wanted to relocate. We said, you're going to have to relocate to America. And through the system, the Biafran struggle, we can get you normalized in America. He said, okay. He agreed. He went. We didn't know that Tony Nwisi never has participated in anything that had to do with Biafra. Does not recognize Nnamdi Kanu. Has never contributed to the struggle. Never supported the struggle. We said, okay, that notwithstanding, every Biafran is still a Biafran. It doesn't matter. Come on board. He came. He assumed the title of Lion of Biafra. We said no. Nobody, that time, nobody assumes any title. We're not going to go by any titles. Not at all. Not in Biafra anymore. Because that thing is going to blow your head wild. And then you start thinking you are something or somebody. This is how he came. He had problems with that. We just said he was going to relocate, along with other things that happened. I'm not going deep down inside. He said he was going to relocate to America as prime minister, and that he's gonna he was demanding for $80,000 for the relocation expenses or expense of the prime minister. Okay, we went and founded a place, the place we call Biafra House. There was original Biafra House founded by one Elekwachi in those days. So we have to re-establish that Biafra House. We said we're going to be operating from there. We didn't know that there was a one Nigerianist. He's so politically affiliated with Labour Party and all that. He want to go through the political way so that we can elect a president who will, fold the Nigerian eyes and give us Biafra. He was looking for political appointment and all that. So there was a stalemate. So he took off and went and merged with Umar Biafra worldwide. They went and opened a Ponzi scheme. This is the reason why I went out to figure out the one that Simon Ekpa said he got when we already have a Biafra house in America here. And somebody is running a parallel Biafra house. And you're telling me that is okay? They went on a certain place in Washington, D.C. They said they got a place there. We went there physically. I have the videos. I have everything. We went there. There was nothing like that. It was non-existential. We asked around, did our verifications, our findings, nothing. There was nothing like that. He was in London. He cannot even travel to America. He doesn't have the papers. But every time you see him online, he said he's in Atlanta, Georgia. Does this ring bell in your ears? That's why I went out to figure out what is going on.
You're talking about Tony Nwisi, right?
Tony Nwisi, yes.
Okay.
Hey, he formed his own group. He called Republic of Biafra Government in Exile with RP. Okay. The logo you see him using is copied from us. ABVET, come Republic of Biafra Government in Exile. We designed it. We designed their website. When Umar Biafra, we designed that website. Not the Umar don't know anything about internet or computer. They're not computer literate. We made up that for them. Tony Nwisi went and stole our logo. Hence, Simon Ekpa uses to deceive his ignorant followers that this is a Republic of Biafra, this is criminals. You see, we are political. We are singing we will be obedient. That is nothing. He got it. He deliberately did that to fool you people listening to him. You understand? So, and now we said, okay, we're not gonna let these people crash the Biafran event. The Biafran you know what I'm talking about. So we came up. So we're gonna remain, yes, Republic of Biafra Government in Exile. That is why. So when we saw this, then Simon Ekpa came. There was a meeting called in lieu of bringing all the people together. We brought Umar Biafra worldwide. They had problems after problems. This one accusing this one of embezzling money. There was Nelly saga and all that. There was this fetish things that we are doing, calling native doctors, witch doctors to do this, using babies to pound babies in mortar. and Simon Ekpa will step out. After he cunningly get all this thing together, he will tell you he don't know about it. He is the chief fetish priest they have.
That's right.
That guy he calls Simon Ekpa.
That's right.
Very fetish. On Agwansi, on Agwaja. If you don't know it, know it. That's why he's boasting. There's nothing you can do to him. Sometimes you present yourself, he's kind of a god. Nothing happens. That's nothing. He's this. He's in Joko. He's this and that. If you don't understand languages, so all those Nelly, you don't know about how Nelly came on board. None of you do know that. There was a problem going on in IPOB, and Nelly was, recruited to do the auditing. That is how Nelly came, sounding like a broken metal gong. Wrote people up. If he finds out they were plotting with this Simon Ekpa, what they're going to do? They were plotting. When they find out that you will be a stumbling block in their way, they write you up, this guy is been fired. You don't know where the letter come from. Well, he's no longer IPOB member. You ask the IPOB echelon, who wrote this in? They would say they don't know. Nelly and Simon Ekpa were weaving their way on what they're going to do. That's how they become like salt and pepper. You could hear Simon Ekpa has a snake tongue. You know, snake tongue is double. You understand? He's this today, tomorrow he's not. He said he was Nelly and Nelly was him. When somebody, that was this guy from Calabar or Akwa Ibom or something like that, they had this understanding with.
Nsima.
Yeah. Now, today they are Iju. The next day, they are Biafra. Or they're mixing everything together. You all don't know what played out. We watched. So the auditing, they did not carry out. What happened? This is how Simon Ekpa stole his way into the heart of Biafrans to believe him. He stole his way into their hearts in order to perpetrate his whatever.
Yeah, can I just chip in something here so you don't run away from just hold your words. There is a question I want to ask you so you can elaborate a little bit on it for the Biafrans to understand. It's just two questions. You spoke about Nelly now. I thought there were, and so let me just say, such of an accountability group that was formed in the time of IPOB when Onyendu was there before Nelly came in.
That one, we lost your voice. We're not hearing you now.
Oh, you're not hearing me?
Yeah, it's froze at a point.
Okay. So I was just talking about, I learned that there was something like an accountability group that made Nelly to come on board when they were talking about fund.
If you heard what I said, Nelly was recruited, was brought on board to do auditing. That is the accountability group.
Asset recovery.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I said because there was a lot of discrepancies. People were heinous in their activities. They were all about, embezzling the money being contributed from all over the place. Nenianya, if you call and ask how much, how did the money go, that lady there in Germany would be, disrespecting you. People don't know what is going on. We were watching. There's a lot of things, you cannot, something that you don't even know nothing about. You don't know. That fish that is dancing on the top of water, what is playing that rhythm that is dancing to is in the very base of the water. You understand? So as per what I was saying about Simon Ekpa, that was a meeting. They came with his Umada after he's falling apart with Umada. Then he came into the meeting. This guy, what's his name, was there in that meeting. What's his name? The one or Lower Niger Congress, what's his name?
Tony Nnamdi.
Tony Nnamdi. Tony Nnamdi got booted out of that meeting. I'm not joking. If you don't know what we can do and what we do. So Simon Ekpa came in. We invited him. He came. He was not comfortable. He was very, very uncomfortable. When he looked at the caliber of people that were there, you know that people were waiting for him to ask him questions. By the fact, we did not want to put him aside. We wanted him to take the lead position, but he had to flow in the right channel. We didn't want to say stop. Okay, people are listening to you. That's okay. But we need to get this thing moving. So he came. He saw Mada. He saw everybody. You could hear him over the speakers, breathing fast. He looked around. He said,
the same way the day he came, you know, when we called him into a meeting about the issue of the, you know, the faces on the currency, he came fuming. You can feel, okay. You know, so we are a witness of that.
Yes. So he said that the Umar Hawad wife should not be in the meeting. Why are they here? That he over his dead body, he swore. Will he have anything to do with those women? And these are Biafran women. They have contributed a lot.
I don't even know why someone think that he could determine who attends a Biafra meeting.
Yes, I'm talking about Nnamdi Kanu and Rosemary. They have contributed a lot. I'm not joking, I'm not playing. I'm not going to put them down. Everybody have their own problems. You understand? So we said, okay, but why do you have Azoka? You're here with Azoka. Azoka got to go too. If this woman got to go. So if Azoka got to go, then after our deliberation and all that we done and agreed, then we move on from there. He refused. He said, okay, if this woman can go or got to go, Azoka also got to go. He refused. He said, over his dead body with Azoka, that Azoka is him and he is Azoka. He stormed out, boom, in disrespect to the meeting, to everybody that was in that meeting. So we persuaded Dr. Onyise. Onyise called him again, brought him in again. We persuaded him. Onyise called him. He came back in and was still fuming. He stormed out. We told the women to leave. They left. The women honorably left. And then he came back again in with Azoka. And instead of Azoka to respect herself, she stayed there. We told, okay, you got to let this lady go. He refused. The both of them stormed out. This is it. He went and he fell apart with Ude of Biafra government in exile. This is where everything started. Okay. He went, he did not go well with Tony Wisi. Tony Wisi formed his own. And then Tony Wisi was political with the Nigerian government. He connived with the Nigerian government. That is that thing you saw Simon Ekpa displaying the other day about us. If you mention Nigerian government where I am, I will slam you with a sledgehammer. Talk less of talking about politics or obedient or article or this and that. You don't bring that. Because this what we are doing, the struggle and politics don't go together. If you put this struggle into politics or bring politics into the struggle, the politics will swallow this struggle. This struggle will not see the light of day. So, Simon Ekpa formed his own Biafra Republic government in exile. You see, he copied. He's a copycat. Copy here, copy there, cut and paste, cut and paste. That's what it is. So, Biafra Republic government in exile. Biafra Republic is non-existential. It doesn't exist. Okay? Look up any country that is a republic. It's a Republic of Germany, Republic of Israel, Republic of China, Republic of this. And ab initio, or initially, the Biafra Republic of Biafra is our original name. Is a de facto name because Biafra was a country, de facto country, recognized by many countries: France, Gabon, Haiti, other countries, Ivory Coast, name them. You understand? So Biafra was a republic of Biafra, not Biafra Republic, founded by General Odumegwu Ojukwu. And then we said we're gonna have to go with what we are known for. And if you look at it, this con artist, Simon Ekpa, will go and change everything that has already been put in place. I don't think our leader, when he comes out, is going to be happy with what is obtainable from Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa, nobody asked him to lead this struggle. He jumped the ship. He didn't come up, he didn't even go to, whoever goes, the Bible says whoever goes through the window is what? A thief.
Thief.
You got to go through the right channel. And straight is the way that leads to destruction. Simon is a straight road. Straight road. He was not there when everything was put together. He came, didn't put anything, didn't help, didn't assist. Narrow is the road that leads to life. You understand? Someone is the one who comes in to go through the window. He's nothing but a thief, a crook. You're talking about the Biafran flag and all that. All of a sudden, you don't have a house. You go there, you host what flag? And because I criticized the flag, they went and changed it. So we know about colors. You know nothing about colors. Today he's this, tomorrow he's that. What has he done for this struggle? You're talking about somebody who removed the Biafran flag. Someone was the first person to destroy Biafran flag in Finland, where Biafrans were holding meeting. He went there and attacked them and pulled down the Biafran flag, ruffled it, stepped on it, dragged it, and tore it. You don't know that? Then you wanna execute Prince because he removed the flag. He secured. He did not remove it. He secured the Biafran flag.
Sure.
He didn't remove it. He secured the Biafran flag from being abused. So he understands colors. For he is a Biafran veteran. You understand? You know what that means? So people don't understand. Simon Ekpa is a culprit. Okay? He has a flickering tongue. What he says in the morning is not what he says in the evening. He changes. He's chameleon. He's not positive in this fight. You don't know where he's a nice snake. You don't know where his head is. You understand? If he is, as a leader, he would have had listening ears. He would have had listening ears. He would have open door policy where everybody comes. You can't ask him a question. If you ask him a question, we bang the phone. If you call in his program and ask questions.
Siruna, do you know why he cannot listen? Because he came through the back door. There's no possibility of him listening because he's actually a thief. A thief will not want to listen. A thief will not want to listen because because he knows you are going to tell him the truth. So he's not going to listen.
If I'm a leader, I will listen to the cries of my people. I will listen to the cries, the problems of my people. You're talking about ESN. None of you here, I bet 99.99% of you here don't know nothing about ESN. All you had is ESN. You don't know how it came about. You don't know who are the pillars of ESN. You don't know. You don't know why ESN derailed. You don't know why ESN was turned from what it was to be. And now it's become a den of thieves. Den of thieves, den of kidnappers, den of rapists. They have brought untold hardship on our people. That was not, never was the aim of forming ESN. You're talking about
that is the design of Simon Ekpa and
Simon Ekpa having splinter groups here and there, having militant groups. Do you call militancy ESN? ESN is not a militant setup. ESN is not pirates. ESN should not be hoodlums. ESN should not be bandits. They have reduced the essence of ESN to banditry. And you are here hailing. What are you hailing? An ignorance. You rebel rousers don't know which way out. Everything they throw, you are like stupid dogs. Somebody will beat the hell out of you and throw a cheap bone at you. And then you forget the pain and the lacerations on your back. You go after the bone. Somebody will kill your father, kill your brother, rape your sister, rape your mother, and give you candy to lick, to eat. You thank the idiot for giving you candy. That's what it is. ESN in the bush. In bush doing what? Doing what? While the Fulani is having field day, ravaging and pillaging, killing and maiming, brutalizing our people in the streets, in the marketplaces. And we have ESN, and every day we are doing fundraising for ESN. What effect is the ESN other than turning to our place a bloody side of the divide? Our people should have been happy they have ESN. Our people should be applauding ESN wherever they pass by, giving them thanks, supporting them. Other than this, a Ponzi scheme, virtual support for ESN. Where is ESN called good names at home? Other than you hear ESN from the mouth of Simon Ekpa and his cohorts. Have you had any of the commanders of ESN, as commanders do, come to address our people? Let them bring any one of the commanders of ESN to address our people by himself, so that people will know the truth. And now, do our people have faith in ESN anymore? No. Look how many years we've been raising funds for ESN fundraising. Hey, I gave you this, that, the other day. I gave you $2,000 naira.
You know what, Serena, I just want us to discuss this now. Prince, I would want you to also talk about this. Now, we've been talking about Simon has been raising money using the name of ESN, and yet the money is not reaching ESN, and all we see is him establishing structure, renting houses, and all of that. What we see from the things he's showing us, and renting offices, paying for different things, raising his organization, and funding Butuzo, and that's his group, militia group, and yet using the name of ESN to raise funds. Now, is this not a stab on the plan to stabilize ESN and strengthen ESN? Whereas ESN is in disarray, the monies are being used to fund his own organization and certain people around him, creating offices and all of that, and paying for things that the name for the purpose of raising that fund is not being attended to. Prince, I want you to say something about that before somebody also will share a light on that too.
Thank you very much. Kambido from Indulu Igbo. Asinanga bula okohia na ọwa aka luwere ya. Okenye anaghị anọ n'ụlọ, ewu amụọ n'ọbụ. The truth is that, of course, even Simon himself made every Biafran realize that what Biafrans were doing was funding his own organization.
Correct.
Look, he did not say that by fluke.
Sure.
Okay? And even if he said it by fluke, it was the Biafran spirit that forced that out of his mouth.
Correct.
That his organization is being funded by Biafra, his organization. Why? Okay, what are the antecedents? What are the examples of proof that it is actually the money generated by Biafrans that this guy is using to fund his organization? The proof is in the fact that there has never been anything Simon Ekpa said that he was doing for Biafra that materialized. One, he told you about how he raised Biafran flag everywhere in Biafran land. And he gave you a Photoshop of flag flying. There is nowhere you can go and see in the whole of Biafra land the Biafran flag flying. He told you that he has equipped people to stop election
in Biafra land, and everybody will see it on the election day. You saw nothing. He told you that he was arming ESN, but he was fighting over two, what did they call it? Two, is it the gun, whatever he's using? REPBGIE or whatever. He was fighting over two, asking the two to be moved to a different location. Where, so that, and then you hear about all these so-called ESN commanders complaining that they can't even feed, let alone defend themselves, not to talk of defending the bushes and the people of Biafra. Then you have to pinch yourself and say, where is the money being contributed? Then you hear about the mismanagement of funds. You hear about Simon setting up his own private YouTube channel costing over 50,000 or whatever. I don't know how much he's using. Where is who? You begin to see where your money is going. He used it to buy, parade himself as a fashion man and hire securities around him, doing press ups and trying to cajole women to see his muzzle and to see his fashion parade and dance on TV and drink alcohol and tell you that they are able to go Ike Pentecost. When Nnamdi Kanu is languishing in the prison, he was reminded that, look, you criticized the lawyers that are being paid for by other people, but you have not flagged up any lawyer. He went and paid one illiterate to wear a lawyer's outfit, to go and talk rubbish, and all he wanted to tell Biafrans and those that are listening to him was about the prime minister of our time, Simon Ekpa. Now, in every inch of the way, you can see how this guy has destabilized the whole system by kidnapping all the money raised to carry out Biafran project. And you can also see how he psychologically began to prepare the lunatics following him into discarding Nnamdi Kanu from the equation. Began to assume things that nobody knew how they came from or where they came from. Began to flag up all this nonsense everywhere. It is beyond the imagination of any sound brain to really capture the madness in this young man. But you know what? The good thing about this life is that there is something called posterity and there is something called history. Posterity will judge Simon Ekpa and his cohorts, and history would not document him well, because it is obvious that the money, the hard-earned money of Biafrans, okay, committed to the blood of Biafrans that have been shed, and committed to preventing the more shedding of Biafran blood, this guy had actually accumulated it with his cronies and made the money his own private business, whereby he can use it to set up his own private militia to destroy every structure going in Biafra. But you know what? Like Nnamdi Kanu told him, and it's a shame when somebody has been overcome by the devil, they'll be playing things, but they don't understand the meaning of what they are playing. You will hear Simon Ekpa playing a particular video of Nnamdi Kanu saying, there are many mountains ahead of us. I did not say mountain, I said mountains. But Simon Ekpa does not know that he is the biggest part of that mountain that has to be demolished.
Oh my.
No, he didn't know, but he was playing it every time.
Yeah.
Every time he was playing it. But because the devil was propelling him, he couldn't see that he himself was part of that mountain. But he will watch and see how he, Simon, as a mountain, will come, crumbling down. Because Biafra is a spirit. And at any point you deviate from Biafra, God will raise the people. And if those people will merge their will to conform with the will of God, those people God will use to bring about Biafra. And we are here. And we are committed. Look, I know what it took me to make my travel. I know what is in it for me. Let me bring out the flag again so